AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
I don't really know what I know. I'm just reading. Versus going out there picking talent, reading of a alma mater in sports from a guy who don't know sports.
Wow.
Okay, there's a difference between reading sports from what the producers give you.
Yeah.
Right? That's reading. That's what you get your degree for.
I
don't really know what I know. I'm just reading. Versus going out there picking talent.
I don't think he deals so much with the talent, but roster management, NIL resources, all that stuff. Obviously, in the wake of NIL, schools are trying to get those bags.
Okay, so he don't need to know any information so he don't need to know sports.
He got connection relationships.
I'm gonna be real. Cheryl Swoops and Gilbert Arenas are diabolical together. I'm gonna be honest. They need to do a show together. Like their hate and disgust for people, it just bleeds off the TV. Do you just see how they just it's almost like they're a match made in heaven. It's like two Lex Luthors, man, two Dr. Dooms. It's like how do you say anything bad about Woj? And I get upset when these players think because you didn't play, you don't know the game. How do you know Woj don't know the game? I don't know Woj. I'm not defending him, but Gilbert, just because you play doesn't mean you know the game, because some of your takes are the worst takes ever. That whole panel up there sometimes says things that's like, what? So I just think guys like Woj, Ernie, I think certain guys you can't say nothing bad about. You need guys like Woj in the world, especially in the entertainment and sports world, where you have a person that you can trust with information and is going to tell the truth. Remember, Woj, classy, humble, respectful, and about his business. So, Woj, he wasn't always right. He said some things, about our Knicks and certain things that I don't agree with. But when you got somebody that can break news the right way, the respectful way, I don't see how Gilbert Arenas can say anything bad about Woj. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Nah, I just think he knows how to get the headline. He knows what that means. He don't know nothing about basketball. I don't know if they have a prior beef, because Stephen A. Smith's beef, and I'll play another video in a second about with Cheryl Swoops up there and Stephen A. Smith. We know Stephen A. Smith. He's so high profile. We know his beefs. Woj is high profile, but he's not visible every morning, 10 a.m. He's on Twitter all day long.
Fabian, real quick. Robert Paulson makes a great point. Michael Jordan, Bill Belichick, both are considered the GOAT at their position. Some people consider Bill Belichick the greatest coach ever. A lot of people consider Michael Jordan the greatest coach ever. Have you ever seen them pick talent? You see the talent they pick?
Right. And we're talking about the defensive genius, schemer, and
some of the greatest minds in sports in their field
for decades.
Do you see the talent they pick for their teams, for their organizations? Gilbert, come on now. I'm sorry, Fabian. I just wanted, because that was a great point Robert Paulson made. And big shout out Isaiah Jackson in the building. I just wanted to say that. I didn't want that to go over our heads. That was a great point.
Zeke, what's going on? Because we know that once you're in that position, it's a different thing. It's all about that's why we're so happy with what we have with the New York Knicks, because we know what bad is. And again, that's why shout out to Dom Dropper. He's part of the whole like F Gilbert Arenas thing, and I'm like, bro, I understand both sides in terms of entertainment, and what Gilbert says is ridiculous. And he got proven wrong yesterday. That video is going bananas with all his mistakes that he makes. But I like when the ball players come out with their arrogance and they just talk, because anybody could be wrong. That's the part to me that's just like, if the great, like you just said, and RP said, if the greatest get it wrong, who do you think you are?
Horribly wrong. Not just wrong, terribly, horribly wrong. Horrendous wrong.
And to send a shot on the way out, I would get it if you had a beef. If you had something that went on prior to, I understand. I'm gonna treat you the same way going in, going out. That's the 50 Cent thing. You heard what 50 said about Irv Gotti.
What he said?
Yo, yeah, man, it's crazy. Because they say he had a stroke. Irv Gotti had a stroke. God bless him and his family.
Right.
But he survived, so 50 goes good. Like he could keep.
He's alive to keep. I want him to get better so he can see all this greatness I'm about to be doing.
He's alive to see me succeed. He's that's consistent. We know there's a beef prize to that, and he doesn't care what the news is. He's gonna go crazy with it. He's nuts. And with this, is like his stuff is unwarranted. That's my thing with Gilbert Arenas. It's unwarranted. It's like you're just doing it for views, and it works. It works. And we play along with that too. We get it. We understand it. But to demean him like that and to act like he wasn't important in the game, he created his own. The Woj bomb.
Come on, man.
Where's the Gilbert bomb? Stop playing with that guy. Where's your sources?
When Woj came with some type of news, you was locked in. Remember, we do. This is what we say. AllBall TV, Fabian, Flea, Dom, just Uncle White's, Kels, me. We have a thing where if we see breaking news, or if it didn't come from Woj, I don't believe it. I'm waiting for Woj to put on his story or on his page. Then I'm going, okay, I believe it. That's how good Woj was. Are you kidding me?
Woj is the how you say that when you get the verification, like the diamond, the VVSs. They're like, he does the check mark. He's that gun that everybody walks around with now to check if you got real diamonds. And I know there was he went back and forth with the whole Lakers thing. There's bias to him, but that's the politics of the game. With the Dan Hurley, he went to school with Dan Hurley's father. He may have. No, Woj.
Woj, okay.
He's the one that came out and said the Lakers are going after Dan Hurley because he was countering the whole JJ Redick thing. And it's like, hold on, where did that come from? And then to give it to Woj. Remember, he's from Bobby Hurley's. That's the New York area. That's where Woj is from. That's his. Yeah, he got bias, but so do you, Gilbert. I don't mind disrespect if it's warranted. But once you go out on a limb, willing to get flamed, then we got it for you. But Woj is iconic at this point, right?
Yeah. Listen, Woj, as far as breaking, news in the basketball world, listen, man, he's the GOAT at that. I'm sorry. Like, I understand he's only been at ESPN for 7 years, but when we talk about GOAT status of breaking NBA news, who's better than Woj?
Word.
And he gives
who's in his category though?
I don't know. I don't think no. I'm being honest. I think he's in it. To me, he's in the class by himself. Then everybody else, just like what's my man over there that does the NFL?
Adam Schefter.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
He's an announcer, or
yeah, he's an announcer.
You don't talking about Chris Berman?
Come on, man. I'm saying, to me, guys like that on a class by themselves. So it's like, come on, man. Right. So I'm not saying Woj is just as good as Chris Berman because Chris Berman been doing this forever.
Right. He's a personality.
Right. But I'm saying Woj, when it comes to his job and what he did, there's nobody close. He's up here, then everybody else starts down here. Then you can start naming guys. And Woj took pride into that. The players and the coaches and the people that gave him the information took pride into that because Woj was straight business. Straight business. And he's going to break it down, give you the details. And he always did it in a classy way. He was serious. He wasn't joking about it. Straight business. And then he's off. So listen, man, ESPN, breaking news world, NBA, I'm going to miss Woj, bro. I'm going to be honest with you because I know his information is correct. Think about how many times we get stuff and we be like, hold on, we got to see first. You ain't got to worry about that with Woj. Woj ain't putting up nothing fake. He ain't giving you no false information. And like I said, Woj was the guy that everybody trusted with the information. You let Woj know it, he ain't going to put it out there unless you told him to put it out there. He ain't doing what everybody else doing. So, yeah, man, the basketball world going to miss Woj, man. This is a tough one.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.